Katie, the Pirates had another challenging week last week. A hard-fought win at Whitman on Wednesday, and then another hard-fought five-set loss at Willamette on Saturday, 17-15 in the fifth set. Take us back through how the week played out and what you saw.
Sure. Yeah, expecting a tough match against Whitman, and we definitely saw that. Came out and they played us really well in that first set. We were down 0-1 to start out, and then we had to make some changes. I think just mentally kind of just adjusted, and I was proud of how they responded. I thought we served really well, and that helped us defend. I think we ended with maybe 11 aces. And so proud of them making that change, and I thought they just played consistent and confident and played well together. And we were excited to be able to get that win against a really tough Whitman team. And we don't have much success winning in their gym. It's just a tough environment to play in. And so glad to walk out of there with a win, and then finished the week preparing for Willamette. Got to play them on Saturday and found ourselves down 0-2. And I feel like we started out, especially in that first set, we were playing well, and Willamette was playing well. It was kind of just a back and forth, side out game. And then, lost close. It was 25-22 in that first set. Turned it around. I think we were maybe just either surprised or stunned, didn't start that second set out well, had to call a timeout. We found ourselves down, I think, 6 points, but fought back, tied it up, and even found the lead at the end of the set in set 2. And then unfortunately, they were able to go on a run. I think we just lost a lot of confidence in our serve receive. We just didn't have great passing, and I think that then impacted other parts of our game. And Willamette was just solid and played us really tough. So was down 0-2 and then had to really dig in and decide how we were going to respond. Came out in that third set, and I thought we just were dominant and played really well. We served tough, blocked well, and then another close one in that fourth set, and managed to get the win in the fourth set. And then in the fifth set, I thought we were playing well, and we had the lead, and then sometimes it's hard to tell what exactly makes them shift, but I just kind of felt this shift in their confidence a little bit as Willamette kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and worked their way back in, and we found ourselves tied. I think we were maybe even up 13-10, and they came back and tied us up, and then fought back and forth and ended up losing 17-15.
This match is representative of the season in the sense that anybody, for the first time in a long time, anybody could beat anybody. And with 2 weeks ago, we have 4 schools tied for first place, and another school that's right behind. So more than half of the league has a chance to win this conference championship with 4 matches to play. Is this league just really improved from top to bottom from what you've seen over the last several years?
Yeah, I think so, because I'm reflecting back even on, my time here in the last 10 years, and I mean, I would say it's the strongest, conference we've had in terms of talent across the board. I mean, because I think our team, is pretty talented, and yet, we find ourselves in some really tough positions and tough matches and being challenged in the very, very best way. And so I'm just excited and also am proud of where we're at in our conference. I think that's a really good sign. But then also really eager and wanting our team to just find a way to be at their very best, whatever that means. And I think right now there's moments where we're playing our best, and there's moments where we're still just kind of struggling and doubting ourselves. And I think there's just maybe a few other just intangible things that are affecting how we perform out on the court. We've talked to our team a lot about playing for each other, playing together, try not to play with selfish intentions or as individuals out there. And I think sometimes when you're struggling, it's easy to kind of think about yourself and how it affects you. So we're trying to shift that focus outward and think about our team. And at the end, I just want us to just to find a lot of joy in these last 2 weeks and compete and play our best volleyball together. And like you said, that might not end up in a conference championship, but I think a lot of things can happen and anyone can win it.
This week we're going to play our final home matches of the season. Lewis and Clark and George Fox, teams we had success against on the road, but George Fox, one of those teams that's tied for first and came up with a big road win themselves last week at Puget Sound. Talk about senior weekend, talk about these matches and what they mean.
Yeah, last home weekend. It's going to be pretty special. I mean, we can't overlook Lewis and Clark. They're going to be a really tough opponent. They always play their opponents really, really closely, and we've learned certainly that we can beat anybody and we can lose anybody, so it's really just going to be about focusing on our side of the net, what we're doing, and showing up and competing for every point. So we get to play them on Friday, and then on Saturday get to play George Fox for senior night, like you said, and get to celebrate our 4 seniors and play a really tough opponent. And so I think that is exciting. I love that we get to play in a big game that matters. I think it's going to be really emotional, but in the best way. I think there's just going to be a lot of just investment and hopefully just recognition that this is the last time, this team with these 4 seniors get to play together on our home court in front of our home fans. And so I would expect them to bring nothing but their best.